Hello everyone. Today's book is called The Saga of Hamawaran. If you enjoy this audiobook series, consider subscribing to the channel, and also maybe leaving a like down below. Without further ado, let's begin. Volume 1. The prefaces of the new light novel, The Saga of Hamawaran, now combine into their own separate volume due to a business model adjustment. Foreword. Thanks to a fruitful new writer recruitment drive and the phenomenal success of the contest, This Novel is Amazing, we have received many highly original works from up-and-coming writers all over the world. We would like to take this opportunity to thank our international writers for supporting Inazuma's light novel industry, and we'd also like to thank Kanjo Commissioner Hiragi Shinsuke for his grace and generosity. It is thanks to all of you that we are able to bring so many outstanding works to the readers of Inazuma here today. As you all know, prior to the promulgation of the Sakoku decree, a number of accomplished samurai from various lands were active in Inazuma. One of them, whose name is Hamawaran, hails from the distant rainforest nation of Sumeru, but came all the way to the land of the lightning's glow to be an agent of chivalry. Through tales of Hamawaran's deeds were once buried during the peak of unchanging eternity under Her Excellency the Shogun, they have now been given life anew, thanks to the narrative prowess of a good friend of mine, the budding author, Priscilla. Now without further ado, please enjoy the Saga of Hamawaran at your leisure. Volume 2. How could this happen? An ordinary school from Sumeru is unexpectedly assigned an unpopular specialization in order to go forth to the land of thunder and lightning. The curtains slowly rise on an adventure in the nation of many shores. It's not the tempest at sea I'm worried about, it's the prospect of deferred graduation. This was the thought occupying Hamawaran's mind on his long voyage to Inazuma. You're worrying about not getting your thesis finished in time, and having to delay your graduation, aren't you? The familiar sounding voice came from outside the cabin. Shush! Who are you anyway? Who? Me? Is that important? Huh, good point. No, you're not that important. Hey. And so as the great thunderstorm raged, shaking the seas and heavens alike, Hamawaran began arguing with a quiet voice from outside the window, while all worries about the storm and fears about not completing the thesis on time paled into insignificance. But strangely, when Hamawaran arrived on shore, the owner of the voice that had been arguing back from outside the window was nowhere to be seen. Maybe it was the ghost of a shipwreck victim. Hamawaran considered this possibility. Ghosts are just the ley line memories of the deceased. Hamawaran reasoned. It's a completely natural phenomenon that occurs due to resonance between past and present. To be sure, it's highly unusual for this to happen in the middle of the ocean, but it's by no means impossible. Who are you calling a ghost? You're the ghost. Hamawaran had finally produced a satisfactory hypothesis to explain away the symptoms of delirium, and had moved into luggage collection when the familiar voice pipped up once more. Volume 3. Ghost calling. Is that the same as spirit wording back home? With confusing questions swirling in his mind, Hamawaran begins to speak with his newfound traveling companion. An unexpected journey begins. So, you really are a ghost? No, I'm not even dead yet. But you've never been alive either. Yeah, I guess you could say that. The talkative young girl who claimed to be a shikigami gulped down glutinous rice dango with such speed and intensity that Hamawaran began to worry she might choke. If I had to explain it, I'd say my situation is more like that of a ghost calling. So like I said, a ghost. No, not that kind of ghost. One argument later, Hamawaran finally understood that what she called ghost calling was something roughly equivalent to what in Sumeru is known as spirit warding. Both involved signing a pact using one's real name. The notion that you can command someone when you know their real name is common to many of the world's mystic traditions, and it highlights a core fear held by humans: the fear of being under someone else's control. With thoughts thusly wandering, Hamawaran once again began to regret specializing in the much-neglected discipline of marine biology instead of mysticism. First I have to sail all the way to Inazuma. Then I have to go through the living hell that is a thesis defense. But maybe running into this noisy little thing is a stroke of good luck for me. Well, this was a short one. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you enjoyed this audiobook series, consider subscribing to the channel, and also maybe leaving a like down below. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.